In this webinar, we will look at how Billing Central could fit into your management information system and support your complex billing needs. We will start off with key characteristics and highlights of features. So what is Billing Central? It is a powerful and versatile billing engine that allows you to streamline your billing process for contracts of any complexity. You will see this in a demo soon. It is also a contract management solution that supports you in maintaining your customer relations through features such as renewal management and change request management. Furthermore, it seamlessly integrates with Salesforce on one side of the flow and FinancialForce accounting on the other end. This means that you have all your key data points linked with each other for reporting on any KPI that you choose. This integration is obviously provided out of the box. Lastly, it leverages force.com platform features in that you can choose to automate contract management and billing so that no manual intervention is required. So due to the power of the force.com platform, you can also integrate Billing Central with third-party applications such as a payment gateway. Now, I'm going to start off with a demo. The demo will be featuring the core functionalities of Billing Central, and for that I will use two examples. The first example is of a car lease contract, which might consist of a one-off component, a recurring fee that is fixed in amount to be billed each month, and a variable amount that is to be billed each month based on, for example, a number of miles driven. The second example will be of a construction project. So for example, if it's a construction company who might want to bill their customers based certain percentages based on certain milestones when they are achieved. So let's look at these things in action. I'm going to Salesforce now. Now, the central point of information in Billing Central is the billing contract. So in billing contract, you can store information about the customer, the start date, end date, product prices, and so on. Now, you can make a billing contract by manually typing in the data, which we will do for the second example. But for the first example, I thought it would be more interesting to explore another feature of Billing Central, which is plans. So plans is a bundle or predefined bundle of products which you can use to create a contract directly. So let's look at the plan that I made for the first example, which is a small car lease contract, small car lease contract. So I've defined this plan or bundle to be billable every month. I've defined 3 products in it. The administration fee or setup fee to be billed one-off, a monthly lease fee that is to be billed each month with a fixed amount of $395, and a cost per mile, which obviously does not have a value because it is going to be billed based on usage. But the unit price is 30 cents per unit of measure that we define. So I made this plan or bundle available for selling from 1st of January 2000 onwards, define the currency, the company, and so on. So once this is defined, you can conveniently click this button to create a billing contract for this plan. We will give it a name, example 1. The account will be Primatech, for example, and the contract starts from the 1st of May. We will leave the first bill date empty, which I will explain in a moment why. And click Create Contract. So the contract is created in a draft status, meaning that we can still change something that we like or fill in the missing data, which I'm going to do. I'm going to click edit. And I'm going to fill in the first bill date for each of these lines. Now, the administration fee, the one-off fee, should be billed obviously upfront at the start of the contract, which is on the 1st of May. Therefore, the first bill date for this line should also be the 1st of May. The second line is the monthly lease fee. Obviously, has to be billed upfront as well. So I will also choose 1st of May for this line. And the cost per mile line has to be billed post-paid, obviously. So once you have the usage in, you know how much to bill, and that's when you can bill. So we're going to bill the usage for the period of May in June. So I'm going to select the 1st of June to be the first bill date for this line. And I'm going to save it. And we're going to have a final look before we finalize it. So on the left side, in the sidebar, you have the contract header, which contains information like contract number. There's auto-generated. You can define a name if you like, the customer, the start date, end date, if applicable, the currency, the company, and so on. On this panel, you have the products and the prices and the billing terms, which we had a look already. So I'm going to activate it now. This screen gives me the message that the contract will be activated and you cannot make a change without triggering a change request. Furthermore, it is going to start generating billing schedules. I will explain what the billing schedule is in a minute, but let's just start the job to activate it. So a billing schedule is basically a record of when something is to be billed. As the name implies, it's a schedule of when something has to be billed. The billing schedules are generated per contract line for each of the products, depending on the parameters for billing that we define. So if we define here that these lines have to be billed, or well, first here, billing type has to be one-off, that means that there's only going to be one billing schedule for this line with a date of 1st of May. If we say here that this amount, this billing type is recurring fixed, this means that this amount is going to be billed monthly with the fixed amount of $395 starting from the 1st of May. And for the third line, we said that this is recurring variable, which means that we have to put in some usage for this line to be billed, and it has to be billed with whatever amount that is billable every month from 1st of June onwards. So let's start with the billing. So on this billing contract, I'm going to create a billing document. In this view, I can put in what I want to bill. So I want to bill whatever is billable on or before 1st of May, which is obviously the first two lines. Now, I'm in the second section, I can define what the dates should be on the billing document. So I'm going to select the same date. And then you can see the due date is updated according to the credit terms defined on the account. And I can click create to create the billing document. So billing document has been created. Let's have a look. So it has billed the setup fee or the one-off fee that was available on the 1st of May and the first monthly lease fee. As you can see, it has not included the cost per mile because A, it was supposed to be billed on the 1st of June. And secondly, we did not put any usage for that period. So once the billing document looks fine, I can complete it. And what that does is that it finalizes the billing document, it locks it so that you cannot change it freely, and it updates the contract with the amount that has been billed. So the total billed amount is updated on the contract according to the billing document. I can complete this. Now going back to the contract, I need to upload usage for this line. So what I would need is the line number, contract line number, which is 313. And I'm going to now add or register usage or miles. So in the usage tab, I'm going to click new usage. I will specify the contract line that this usage belongs to. And let's say that I want to register 500 miles driven. The date, so when this usage was incurred was, let's say, end of May. So for the whole month of May. And I can click save to register this usage. So now, if I go to that billing contract, and I try to generate the billing document for the next month, which is of June. Document date should be also June, and create. So this should now also invoice the cost per mile line, as well as the monthly lease fee. It will not invoice anymore the administration fee because it has been billed already. So if I open this billing document, so you can see that it has invoiced the monthly lease fee of $395 for the period of June, and it has invoiced the cost per mile line with a unit price of 30 cents that we defined already and a quantity of 500 miles or usage that we uploaded. And this is for the billing period of May. So this completes our example of a car lease contract where you will have a part of the contract that will be billable one-off, billable recurring with a fixed amount, and recurring with a variable amount. We'll complete this to complete the process and move on to our second example. Now, in our second example, we will still be using usage, but in a different context. So we will make now a billing contract manually. We will say construction, oh, example 2, let's say. And the account will be same one, Primatech. The start date, let's say it's again 1st of May. There's no end date because we don't know when the construction project is going to end. And we can choose the company to be Merlin Technologies Limited. So we can now add products. Let's say it's a construction product, and it is recurring variable. So we will have to bill it recurring, but with a variable amount. Let's say that the whole project costs 1 million euros. We obviously don't have to define the quantity. The billing term is, let's say, defined to be monthly. You might have the opportunity to bill every month, depending on the usage, and that is it. So I'm going to create this contract. and I'm going to activate it. Oops, first bill date. In this scenario, we can define the first bill date on the contract header because obviously there's one line, so it doesn't matter. In the first example, we had a different uh, payment method, so prepaid, postpaid. That's why we had to define it on the line level. So we will define it to be the 1st of May, and save. And activate it. So it is going to create billing schedules. Billing schedules does not mean that something will be billed. It is just a flag that check for what needs to be billed. If it's recurring variable and there is no usage, then nothing will be billed. But if there is, then it will be billed. So for example, if we now copy the contract line number and upload usage. So let's say, now this is a project of 1 million. Let's say the terms of the project are 30% on sign up. So 30% on the 1st of May. So we are going to create usage. For this contract line, saying 30%, 0.3 quantity has to be billed on the 1st of May. Save. And then let's say we can jump forward a few months and say that the next term or next installment should be another 30%. That should be billable by August, for example, 1st of August. And then last one, it should be 40%, 0.4 on 31st of December. Save. So that means we've put 3 flags for this billing contract to be billed at these 3 dates. So if you go back to the contract, and we want to create billing document on or before 1st of May. The document date should also be 1st of May, and create. So this should invoice 30% of that 1 million. 57. So we have the net value 300,000, which is 30% of that 1 million billed. We can obviously complete it. And now let's say we mixed out the billing in August and we want to bill whatever is billable till end of December. So what we can do is create billing document on or before 31st of December. Let's say 1st of January, just to be sure. The document date should be, let's say, again, 1st of May, for example. Create. Now, what I expect is 2 contract lines, 2 billable lines, sorry, of 30% and 40%. So that's a 30% line and that's a 40% line. So this is the way how you can manage your ad hoc or milestone billing. Usage can be uploaded manually or through a CSV file being uploaded through data loader, for example, or usage could be created through an API integration with a third-party software. So this is the way you could manage your billing in the different scenarios. So that's the end of the demo. If you have any questions at this point, please let me know.
No.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Gibran. Thanks for that. I'm not seeing any questions in the chat box. There was a question that came directly through to me. It was asking about the point at which it's a draft and an active contract, but I think we covered that within the demo itself. So yeah, unless there's any other points that you wanted to go over, Gibran, I think we'll finish the webinar there. I think that's a really good, concise overview of Billing Central. Thank you.
Thank you. I have nothing more to add.
Fantastic. Well, look, if there's no more questions, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this webinar. We will share it once we've got it downloaded, and we'll hope to see you guys on the next webinar. Thanks for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.